Welcome back to the 2A State Volleyball Championships here at the Denver Coliseum. I'm Kevin Schaefer. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Is it this afternoon yet, or are we still in the morning? I think still in the morning, okay. It's been a crazy day, folks. We have the Lutheran Lions on the court to our right. They're the number one team in the state, defending state champs, unbeaten at 25-0, taking on the Telluride Miners, who dropped their first match of the morning to Resurrection Christian in 4. They are 18-7. And again, we'll pick up numbers as we go. That's Laura Beach, big 6'1" senior hitter for the Lions. Their coach is Alicia Oates. Telluride headed up by Fonda Rogers. Again, Telluride 0-1. They need this match to stay alive in this tournament. Again, an expanded 12-team field, but only 3 teams in a pool. They've already lost one match. A second would eliminate them. There's a second point for the Lions. Again, it is Beach. This is our third match of the afternoon, or of the morning, I should say. Again, I've been pressed into duty here because of some things going on here, so we'll pick it up as we go. And that shot, or hit, goes a little bit long. Telluride thought it was tipped. That is Sarah Wontrobski. And I'll apologize in advance for the pronunciations again. Didn't have a chance to check names, so we'll do the best we can off the program. Free ball to cross there. And that one is down. So Lutheran on their game right away. That was Connie Olson, an outside hitter here on the near side, 5'10" junior. They lead it early. And this is a team that plays predominantly a 3A schedule in the Metro League with the likes of Holy Family, Faith Christian, Mach Buff, Colorado Academy, who made it to the finals in 3A last year. So they play very good volleyball during the regular season. They won that championship and are 25-0 coming into the tournament. Popped up nicely in the back row by Olson. Sent down, that's off the net. Hitter was off the net there. So that's a point for Telluride. Telluride finished third in the San Juan Conference, 9-4 in league play behind Dolores and Norwood. Norwood's here in the 1A bracket. There's a miscommunication for the Lions to give another point to the Miners. They've beaten Dove Creek twice, Dolores 3 times, and Del Norte during the regular season, so those are quality wins. But they dropped a 4-setter to Resurrection Christian here in the first match of the 2A bracket. That one is sent long by Jordan Sturms, a senior. Serving for Telluride, Ryan Nibrugi. And we just have to wait for the official to give the signal. Again, your net official up top there has to say we're ready to play, so we'll get a reserve here. I'm sure I butchered that name. Nibrugi is what I'm going to say. And that kill attempt goes a little bit long, so another point for the Miners, and suddenly we're tied at 4. So a fast start for Lutheran, matched in a nice response from the Miners. Early on here, game number 1, and Telluride takes the lead. Miners won their final 6 matches of the season, including 2 at regionals. They won the Region 7 championship by beating Ignacio in 4, and then outlasting Meeker in 5. That's a point for the Lions, courtesy of Chandler Sturms. Her older sister Taylor, of course, a very integral part of the Lions last year. Lutheran girls won volleyball, finished second in basketball, trading titles with the Akron Rams, and those two teams may meet up a little bit later tomorrow. Akron finished second in volleyball and won the 2A girls basketball title. There's another point for the Miners. Scout Franklin, the outside hitter that's awarded the point. Serving will be Morgan Mackey. Lutheran is your Region 4 champion. That one sails long, off the right arm of Beach. Again, Lutheran won the Region 4 title, beating Denver Christian in 3 and Colorado Springs School in 3. They've dropped only 9 sets all year. There's a finish. That's Connie Olson. We're tied at 7 here as the Lions get back to serve. That one goes long. Beach sent it long, so the Miners retake the lead. Back to serve here again, Scout Franklin. Great name. Wrong player, though. That is actually Wontrowski. There's Franklin in the middle. Off the dig and into the net, so a point there for Telluride. Got ponytails flourishing here on the Telluride side, and they're covering up the numbers on the back, at least 5 of the 6 players, so bear with us here as we get familiar with them. Again, Wontrowski, the senior, back to send it across. Tipped down and in nicely. That's Olson. Olson led the Lions with 248 kills, followed closely by Beach, who had 235 during the regular year. Good back and forth contest here early. Olson, powerful hit there. Easily in. Good looking outside hitter. Again, they list her at 5'10". Kind of difficult to tell up here, but it looks like she's a little bit taller than that. And again, we got to wait for the official to give the signal. Now we go. Girls are anxious here, understandably. State volleyball championships on the line. Good play at the net there by Franklin of Telluride. She wears, check that, had the wrong number. I saw 5. It's actually 15 there. Popped up, kept alive by the Miners. 15 is Erin Keene. Far side. Hit sails a little bit wide. Point for Telluride, 11-9. Back to serve Shelby Breyer, 5'5" senior. There's Keene in the middle. Kept alive at the net. Keene again. Sent down nicely. Lutheran team has a bunch of nice hitters. Jordan Sturm's one of them. She finishes the point there. Brings them to within 1. Far side, that's Mackey, kept alive. Nice diving dig that time. I believe that was Wontrowski. Again, we're dealing with the ponytail, so Mackey wins the ball at the net, but she went across the line or touched the net, but it's a violation. Telluride, and Lutheran will get the point to tie it up at 11. Back to serve, that might be Michaela Sains. Again, can't really tell. I think that's an 8. Actually, it's a 6. Whitney Detmering, but her serve goes long. On the service is Carson Brumley for Telluride. That one's through the block and down. And that is Laura Beach, 6'1" senior. It's a good volleyball team, folks. Again, they are 25-0 for a reason. They won their last 11 matches, all in 3-game sweeps. And again, they are the defending state champions. Nice diving save there by Mackey. And a point again for Lutheran. So they retake the lead in this back and forth first set, 13-12. Sent long here on the near side. That's Aaron Keene. 2-point lead for the Lions. Mackey sent back nicely. That is Laura Beach on the block. Just a single block that time. Did a nice job. Allie with the serve. She'll pop it up in the back. Popped up nicely there for Shelby Breyer of Telluride. Nice job at the net there as they kept the ball alive. That was Sarah Wontrowski, number 3, punching it up in the air, but it fell on the blue instead of the red, and that's out of bounds. And a tough pass there off the serve, and the Lions get a point. 5-point lead for the Lions. Again, just game 1 here, third pool match of the day. Telluride dropped their first contest to Resurrection Christian. Second match went to Ryan 3 over Byers. Keene can't find it at the net there, so another point for Lutheran, and suddenly they've strung 7 points together for a 6-point lead. It's 18-12. Boom. That's Beach. Man. Doesn't give the defender much of an opportunity. She gets good height and good angles, and the ball goes almost directly down. Nice run of serves here from Ali Kochkoff. Mackey far side, through the block. He'd find some open space. Yeah, that hit the floor. She hit it off the first bounce. Telluride was still playing, but that was obviously off the floor when Lutheran kept that alive. So the string is over. 8 consecutive put together by, again, Kochkoff. Apologize if we're missing the names, but again, we did not have a chance. We were thrown into this here. Didn't have a chance to check pronunciations. Kochkoff will pop it up on the set, and again, a big spike there from Laura Beach. Get used to that. She's their number 1 hitter, and they've got a bunch of them. Actually, she's number 2 in stats behind Connie Olson. Both of them are very, very good at the net. 5 points away from Lutheran, taking game 1. On the serve there, I believe that was Connie Olson. Check that, it was Jordan Sturms. There's Olson with the tip. And a nice job there for Telluride as Carson Brumley finds the floor. Flat-footed from the back row, but it counts as a point nonetheless. Mackey trots back to serve. 5'8" senior. Jump serve is across. Kochkoff to Beach. And Beach wins it at the net. And Lutheran gets the point. Lions donning all black headgear here for this state tournament. Telluride can't handle the serve. That opening pass kind of set them up for trouble there as Breyer couldn't get it across. Beach off the net and down. He caught a break there. And if you could do that on purpose, obviously that would be a very effective serve as far as hitting the net and skimming across. Timeout for Telluride, down 9. Volleyball coverage is presented in part by College in Colorado. That's where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices, collegeincolorado.org helps your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. That's collegeincolorado.org. It's also provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. That's Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. get real coverage. Lutheran back to play. Telluride getting some final words from their head coach, Fonda Rogers. They've had a good run. Again, 18-6 coming in. They play in a pretty good San Juan league over there, a mixed league of 2A and 1A teams. Dove Creek and Norwood from the 1A ranks are here at the state tournament as well. Dove Creek lost their first match 3-2 to Eads today. That serve from Beach. He is off target. That's the purpose of a timeout, is to get the other team that was on a roll off that roll and get the serve back. So that worked to perfection for the Miners. There's a double hit on the serve, so it couldn't be handled by the Lions. And Sarah Wontrowski will get a second shot here. Again, down 7, not impossible, but they need a nice run here. Kopchkos with the set. Popped up in the air there by Wontrowski. That's Breyer. Long. Set point here for the Lions. Get a fresh face off the bench. That will be Maddie Arnell, a freshman. Will get to serve here, maybe for set point. Far side, Breyer. Pushed it across there. Sturms finishes the first set. Check that. That's Michaela Sains, I believe. Again, having trouble telling 8 and 6. It was actually 6. That's Whitney Detmering. So 25-16. Game 1 goes to Lutheran, defending state champs. Start defensive their tournament in impressive fashion in Game 1 as they take it 25-16. K-12 educators can meet licensing requirements and earn advanced degrees through Adams State University distance learning. Hundreds of professional development courses are offered on-site and at a distance. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. That's exstudies.adams.edu. In between sets here is a 3-minute break. We'll take a timeout. Lutheran on top, 1-0 here. The 2A state volleyball tournament on CHSAA.tv. Back for game number 2 here. Lutheran will switch sides. They'll be on your left. Telluride obviously on your right. They're in the white. Lutheran in their black. They took game 1 25-16. I think I said 25-20 going out, but it was 25-16. Again, we're trying to juggle the matches on the other 4 courts. as we're producing them for CHSAA.tv. Underway, game number 2. Great block at the net for Telluride. I believe that was Aaron Keene. Shelby Breyer was also in the mix there. And Telluride, they need this one probably more than Lutheran does. Obviously, both teams want to win, but Telluride would fall to 0-2, and they would be eliminated from pool play because there's only 3 teams in a pool. And if Telluride drops this one, the match tomorrow between Lutheran and Resurrection Christian would be for the title of this pool. That match is tomorrow morning at 9:30. Resurrection Christian beat Telluride 3-1 in our first match of the day. That service goes wide. That was Jordan Sturms, number 3, trying to find the line here, and it went a little bit wide. Telluride with a 2-1 lead that evaporates there on the miscue. And those things happen. Wouldn't be high school volleyball if every serve was perfect. Good attempt there by Kochkoff. Kvachkoff. So again, we hope we're getting it close. Telluride with the point, though, as her dig went long. That is Connie Olson, far side, number 7. Until she likes that far side. She's an outside hitter by trade. And a lot of players love that left side to come in and just hammer home like she did there. We're tied at 3. Arnell, the young freshman, is back in to serve here, number 1. Approaches the line. Breyer down to one knee. Got it through the block. That was Wontrowski. Olson again. Nice pop up in the air that time from Brumley. Sent back across by Telluride. Arnell tipped across there. We got a new face in there, and I think that's Ali Kiergaard. And there's a tip in by Detmering. Lefty. Drops it over the net. Arnell back to serve with a 1-point lead. Lutheran won game 1, 25-16. Mackey will send it across. Tough pass there, dug out of the net, but teammates can't recover. And that's just luck there as far as if you could get that third hit over, because Arnell did a great job of finding the ball out of the net, but it's just you're trying to keep that ball alive. You don't know where it's going to go. Good service there. Near side. That's Olson, who has moved over here to the right. Left or right, she doesn't seem to mind. 5-4 Lutheran. Getting back and forth early. That's what we had till we got to 12-11 Telluride in the first game. And then Lutheran stretched it out to 19-12 with 8 consecutive points. We'll see if game 2 is a rehash of that one. Miss hit there by Wontrowski. Kind of mistimed her leap. 6-4 Lutheran. Olson again to serve. Olson had 59 aces during the year, despite being the top hitter on the net. And she gets another one there, 7-4. That one finds the corner. Nice job there by Scout Franklin. Powered it through the block and to the corner. Telluride stops that little run. That's a good hit there. I like that name, Scout Franklin. Mackey sends it deep. Olson just kind of barely keeps alive as she and Beach nearly collided, and they'll talk about it there. And point is awarded to Telluride. You've got two of your two top hitters actually playing back row here. Little miscommunication on the serve. Mackey sends it shorter this time. Far side, long on the hit. That was Jordan Sturms. Going long, we're tied at 7. So teams kind of trading many runs. 3 points for Lutheran to open up a lead, matched by Telluride to tie it up here at 7. Mackey, good serve there. Beach collected it, and again, she and Olson miscommunicated there in the back. Telluride with the lead again. Just had a victory there on the 1A court. I believe Fleming defeated Wiley in 5. That'd be our first 5-setter of the day. Check that. Eads beat Dove Creek in 5 earlier today. That one goes long again off the right arm of Sturms. And Telluride's put 5 in a row together here. They lead at 9-7. And they dropped a 4-setter to Resurrection Christian to open this match, or open this tournament. Pop down and into the net. The lefty Detmering forces a timeout for their head coach Alicia Oates of Lutheran. Telluride with the lead, 10-7. We'll take a timeout here on CHSAA.tv. And we're back to action here. We'll see what happens after the timeout. See if it can stop the run by Telluride, and it does. Telluride had scored 6 straight before the timeout for Oates, the head coach of the Lions. They'll get the serve back, and the lead is down to 2 after that win at the net. Detmering, the lefty, fires it to the far corner. Arnell, the freshman. Beach was sent back there nicely by Franklin. Franklin with a good play at the net to earn the point for Telluride. It's the first time Beach has been blocked today. She has sent most of them to the floor in that position. Arnell again playing the setter role here as a freshman. Near side, Breyer just has to re-ball it across. There's Beach. This one through the block and down. Little extra oomph on the right arm there, and she scores the point. 2-point game in favor of the Miners. Telluride again a little bit, use my geography here to the best. Southwest of Montrose. South of Grand Junction, obviously. Long way from home nonetheless. That was Brumley, sent it across with the right arm. Tough pass there. Lutheran will regroup here. Olson from the back. Miscommunication, but Breyer make that one. Tropsky finds it. Olson pops it up. Near side, Sturms and down. Again, they got a lot of weapons, folks. Olson, 248 kills. Beach, 235 kills. Jordan Sturms, 134 kills. Telluride sends it across. Again, that is Brumley. Beach, look at that, straight down. I mean, there is no chance on that. I don't care how good you are at digging the volleyball, there's just no chance. You have to stay back in favor of the power, and that one goes straight down, also almost at the foot line there. So we're tied at 11. Good job of collecting that one for Telluride. Tochkov tries to pooch it across, but it's sent back there nicely by Breyer. And Breyer wins the point for the Miners. And Telluride won their final 6 matches of the season. 3 of their losses are to non-state tournament teams that they have not played the schedule that Lutheran has. Beach again. That time it is dug out nicely. I believe that's Michaela Balkind in the back there. I'm not sure. Is that number 2? Telluride wins the point. Actually, it's number 1, and we don't have number 1 on our roster. But again, she's listed as a libero, so I think that's Michaela Balkind. There's only 9 players dressed for Telluride here. That serve goes into the net. That was Scout Franklin. And we got to wait for the ponytails to whisk left or right so we can see the numbers on the Lady Miners. Wontrowski with the serve. That's Keene. Powers it through the double block. Lutheran sets near side. Sturms. Balkind from the back. Hotchkoff again with the serve. Beach again tries to power. And it rolled through the net, off the block, and off the net again for the point for the Lions. That ties it at 13. Lutheran again won game 1, 25-16. Beach pops it across. Good diving save there by Wontrowski. Olsen. That one sailed long. Point Miners to retake the lead. Mackey back off the Miner bench to play the front. Back to serve. Looks like Shelby Breyer. Olsen down. I mean, there's no defense for that, folks. I don't care how good you are. You can put the 5A state champions there trying to recover that one, and they're not going to get that. It's just straight down and at an angle. Tied at 14. Beach to do the honors. Olsen saves it in. And that one finds the floor. That's Chandler Sturms, the young sophomore. Just found the open spot in between the defenders. 15-14 Lions trying to take game 2 here. It's been a tight one throughout. Mackey, nice hit there, better dig, and sent through. That's Olsen with the finish. And we get a timeout for Telluride. Lutheran on top 16-14 in the game, 1-0 in the match. People count on Farm Bureau Insurance for quality products, fast, fair claim service, and insurance coverage that makes sense. That means you get the protection you need along with some of the best discounts available. People from every walk of life depend on Farm Bureau Insurance, and you can too. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, get real coverage. In 2A volleyball again, you have 4 pools of 3 teams. This is Pool 1 we're watching, Lutheran, Telluride, and Resurrection Christian. Pool 2 is Akron, Rye, and Byers. Rye beat Byers earlier today. Akron yet to play. Pools 3 and 4 will play this afternoon. Pool 3 is Simla, Fowler, and Yuma. And in Pool 2 is Swink, Paonia, and Sangre de Cristo. We will have every match from the 2A state tournament here on CHSAA.tv. You can also find every match of 1A, 3A, 4A, and 5A on there as well. We will have the matches up available when we can on demand, so you can watch them after the fact as well. Back to play here. Lutheran on the serve. That is Beach. Her team on top by 2, as you see on the board. Mackey sends it a little bit long. Was it tipped? No. 3-point lead for Lutheran. Beach again. See the net in between the courts there. You had a server on the 3A court, and Beach here on 2A, almost back to back with the net between them. Keene puts it down. Picked up nicely there by Lutheran, and there's a little tip that works to success from Connie Olsen. So Lutheran, like they did in that first game where it was kind of tight till about 12-12. Here it was 14-13, and now Lutheran's put 5 in a row together, so some of the same MO. Popped up serve there by Beach. Keene sends it long. They got the look they wanted, I think. Fonda Rogers, their head coach, believes I think that's what they wanted and just sent a little long. Oh, that was tipped apparently. That was tipped at the net, so the point was awarded to Telluride. That's my mistake. So that ends the run. Lutheran, or Telluride on the serve, down 3. Did not see that signal. Olson right into Brumley. Man. One A court getting started. Weldon Valley and Dove Creek. Weldon Valley, the number 1 seed in the 1A bracket. They actually have some wins over 3A and 4A teams this year, but did not win their own regional. That went to Caliche. Mackey tried to find a tip, controlled it out of bounds. Point for Lutheran. They're up 5 all of a sudden, 20-15. So again, it's tight, it's tight, it's tight. Suddenly you look up, Lutheran's up 5. Fonda Rogers, the head coach for Telluride, she will take a timeout. Miners are in the tournament for the 2nd straight year. They went 1-2 in pool play. They only have 2 wins at the tournament in school history. The other one came in 0-1. Trying to stave off a 2nd straight here this morning. If they lose this one, their tournament's done. They'll be 0-2 and could not advance as the champion. And our program is presented by Adams State University. High school students can start their college education and earn high school credit through Adams State University's early college and concurrent enrollment programs. Online courses are offered throughout Colorado. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. That's exstudies.adams.edu. Quickly back at it after the timeout. Over on the 5A court, top of your screen, you can see a little bit of it. Doherty and Chatfield. Doherty just took game 1, 25-16. They're unbeaten in the number 1 seed there. Olson tried to guide it to the opposite corner. Guided it too far. Point Telluride. Over on the 4A court. Well, scratch that. We can't tell the 2 teams that are getting to warm up. Popped up in the back by Olson. That's Detmering, the lefty, swings through. Franklin sent back, but she pops it back up. And there's the point. I missed the number. I'm sorry. I was looking down at a note. I did not catch the player that sent that one to the surface, but it's a point for the Miners. They're within 3. Again, still within striking distance here. And that was a miss hit by Nibrugi. Niebrueggge. There's probably 342 pronunciations possible. Off of Breyer on the serve. Point for Lutheran. They're 3 points away from taking game 2. This is Olson on the serve. She'll pop it across. Franklin pops up, gets the return set, and finds the ground. Nice hit there by Franklin. She's a solid player, 5'7" senior. Just not as big as what she's facing. I mean, Olson's 5'10", Beach 6'1", Sturm's 5'10". She's given up 3, 5, 6 inches to some of the players along the net and holding her own. Arnell, far side. Sent across. This is Franklin again from the middle. Gets it through the net, pop back across by Lutheran. Arnell, the freshman, sets to Detmering. Uses her off arm, the right, to return the block. Good rally here. And I say that, and it goes into the bench for Lutheran and Point Telluride. Announcer jinx there, 22-19 your score. Telluride get a couple of points here. You're right back in the match, down by 3. Mackey sends it across, good low serve. Beach popped it up. Detmering sends it across, trying to track down. She tried to use her foot. Sarah Wontrowski, it's a good soccer school there as well for Telluride. She tried to use her foot to keep it alive. That's legal. All you got to do is use any part of your body to keep it off the surface. Seen it happen before where a point was scored off a foot. And there's a miscommunication. Wontrowski set it over the top of her shoulder. And now we're to set point, 24-19 Lutheran. Good battle at the net there, won by Lutheran. That is Beach, and that is the game for the Lions, 25-19. So they take game one, 25-16. They grab game two here, 25-19. Upcoming is game three. They'll try to go for their 12th consecutive three-game sweep of the year. The Lions are unbeaten at 25-0, and the defending state champs, they're one game away from getting their first pool match victory of the 2012 tournament. 3 minutes again in between sets. So we'll take a little break here. You're listening to, or you're watching, the state volleyball tournament, Class 2A here on CHSAA.tv. Back here for game number three. Again, Lutheran taking the first two, 25-16, 25-19. And we're underway here. Telluride, of course, with the serve. Lutheran sends it back across. Teams again change sides. Telluride in the all-white. That's a hit by Franklin, goes long. Got a final from Class 3A. St. Mary's, just one loss on the year. They defeated Sterling in 3 quick games. Missed the number there again, checking notes. We're getting texts and emails from other courts again. To be honest with you, I wasn't supposed to be announcing today. We were supposed to be floating back and forth to make sure all the streams were going live, so we're trying to keep track of that along with broadcast this match in front of you between defending state champion Lutheran, who just gets a point there. Chandler Sturms on the kill, and the Telluride Miners. We're in game three, as you can see. You can also see Lutheran there, the two, they got 2 and then a 2. The second 2 on the screen is the number of games they've won in the match. For Telluride, they have the 1 and then the 0. The 0 represents the number of games they've won in the match. There they get a point there, so they jump off to the good start here, tied at 2. As Mackey comes back on the floor, she wears 23. Breyer back to serve for Telluride. Valley and Manitou Springs getting set to get underway on the court to our left in Class 3A. Valley 25-0, won the state title in that class 2 years ago. They're a regular to the state tournament. Lutheran can't tip it across. Olsen was trying to touch. That one hits the turf. Turf, I should say floor. Still in the football mode a little bit. We're tied at 3. There's Keene. Not sure if the net sent that one back or Detmering did. It should come up automatically. It's not wireless. 5-3 now, Lutheran. And another point there for the Lions, 6-3 your score. That was Brumley at the net, could not get it across, so Lutheran off to an early start. And we have a timeout with the Lions building up an early 4-point lead, 7-3. Again, we will take a timeout here on CHSAA.tv. After the timeout, Lutheran returns to the serve. Again, they lead it by 4, 2-0 in the match. There's Mackey, sent back by the blockers. Breyer pops it up. Backcourt, that's Beach. Kochkov. Olsen tips. Nice job by Mackey to keep that ball alive. Kochkov again with the set, looking for Olsen. Cross court, popped up in the air nicely. And point scored there. Wontrowski got her hand on it last, number 3, and that'll end the Lutheran run. It's 7-4. Back to serve, this is Brumley. Sends it deep, forcing Beach to backtrack. She just has to pop it up, and it comes across. Chance here for the Miners to score a point. They'll look to Mackey. She sends it deep. 8-4. Arnell, the freshman, with the serve. That's Keene. Arnell again to pop it in the air. Detmering, the lefty, but it's sent back nicely up front. Mackey and Keene kind of the dual block there. And it's 8-5 Lutheran. And another point there for Telluride. And it's 9-5. Check that. That went to Lutheran. Okay, I thought they awarded that to Telluride, but they awarded that to Lutheran. So it's 9-5 Lions. And serve goes down. Lions again lead this thing 2-0. Trying to finish off. Part of the thing you want to do in a tournament like this is win as quickly as possible, so you can conserve energy, because you will have to win 4 matches in 2 days to win the state championship. Used to be 5. Wontrowski with the set there. And that attempt goes a little bit long for Lutheran. So point awarded for Telluride. (12-6) Lions with the lead. Again, that one was apparently tipped, so they give it to Lutheran as well. Wontrowski sets it. Balkine pops it across. Arnell. Good dig there by Breyer. But again, her teammates dove in there with her, and there was nobody to collect that pop-up. 13-6 now in favor of the Lions as they start to stretch it out a little bit here. They're a very powerful volleyball team, and they pound and pound and pound on those hits. And the defense just kind of gets worn down, and you can see the frustration kind of build here with Telluride. They know their state tournament's on the line here. They've got to win 3 straight against the defending state champs to stay alive. Arnell pops it up. Beach sends it across. It's Wontrowski. And that one finds a corner. That is Beach again. She's been money at the net today. She's a force for every opponent. Really likes the middle, but she can finish from both sides. Dead-Mering pops it up. Franklin gets the return. Nope, they're going to go to Breyer. She cannot send it through. Breyer's about 5'7", they list her. Actually 5'5". And she's trying to hit over 5'10" and 6'1". Dead-Mering again with the serve, the lefty. Balkine pops it up. Breyer sends it across. Arnell to Beach, off the block and popped up nicely. Good job there by Keene to keep it alive for the Miners. And another dig by Balkine. That was a great effort along the back row, but again, you're just trying to keep that ball alive, and that one sailed into the net. Great effort though. 16-6, Lions really stretching it out. Franklin has it tipped back on her side. Here is Beach. She'll give it to Arnell. Far side, out of bounds. Can't tell the number there. On that, playing on the far side. I cannot get a number. Might be Nikki Ball. Is it 10? No, it's Michelle Cateau actually. Number 10 there on the far side. Another point for Lutheran, 17-7. A couple of reserves coming in off the bench. That's Chandler Sturms and Ali Kochkov. Kochkov with the serve. Balkine pops it up in the back. There's Scout Franklin. Sends an off-speed pitch across, but controlled by Lutheran. Franklin mistimed it. She went up and just mistimed it off the set from Carson Brumley. And I think Telluride's realizing what is happening here. They will take a timeout. They're a very demoralized bunch, but hey, they have made it to the state tournament. One of 12 teams in their class. There's about 70 of them, and they're one of 12 here at the Denver Coliseum on the final weekend of the tournament. Got a tough draw with Resurrection Christian And also Lutheran here. Lutheran, the defending state champs. Resurrection Christian, also a top 5 volleyball team. Tell you our coverage at the state tournament is presented by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices, collegeincolorado.org can help your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. That is collegeincolorado.org. 18-7. Lutheran 7 points away from another sweep. They finished off with 11. And official says let's go, and here is the serve from Kochkov. He plays setter, does a good job of serving. Here is Breyer, just pushes it across the net there. Kochkov to set. That's Beach, again off Keene and out of bounds. Again, you can't do much about that. There's just a lot of power behind it, and if you don't, quote-unquote, guess perfectly on where it's going for the dig, it is just hard to react that quickly. 12-point lead for the Lions. Pass up to the net. Wontrowski just popped it across. Sturms does the same for Lutheran. That was Franklin. Franklin sets it up. Far side Breyer. Olsen pops it up. Kochkov here. Near side Sturms. Ooh, it would have went long maybe. Balkine can't track it down. They went well over into that 5A court. She had to dodge the back judge there. But I don't think she would have got it anyway. It was a long way away. 20-7 Lutheran. Kochkov again. She's had a couple of sequences here in this match where she's been able to stretch some points together. I believe she had an 8-point run in game 1. What is that? 6 in a row here in game 3. 21-7. 4 points away from the match. Balkine pops it up. Wontrowski behind her to Franklin. Good save there by Olsen. And 4 hits. So the string is over there as Telluride gets the point awarded and the serve. This is Carson Brumley. Kochkov pops it up. Beach kind of punches it instead of hits it. And a hitting error there for Telluride. Point back over to Lutheran. Can they lead this 2-0? Beach wins that battle at the net. Again, Lions just a lot bigger. They stretch out 3 to 4 to 5 inches more than who they are playing. And they're winning the battles at the net. It is 23-8, 2 points away. Breyer pops it up. Balkine will send it across. Kochkov on the set. Beach with a little punch found some room. I don't think that's what she wanted to do, but it'll work. And the Lions have match point. 24-8, trying to go to 26-0 on the season with the pool match victory. They will take on Resurrection Christian tomorrow morning. Breyer. Wontrowski just punches it across. Kochkov over near side. Olsen will finish it for the Lions. It's a very powerful display of volleyball, especially here in game 3. They take the match 25-16, 25-19, and in game 3, 25-8. Telluride will close their year at 18-8 under head coach Fonda Rogers. Very good season for them, but they go 0-2 in the pool round, and their state tournament is complete. Lutheran moves to 26-0. They're the defending state champs and 1-0 in pool play. They're off the rest of the day. They will take on Resurrection Christian tomorrow at 9:30. Resurrection Christian also beat Telluride, took 4 games, but they won earlier today over the Miners. So your scene is already set in Class 2A Pool 1. Lutheran and Resurrection Christian tomorrow at 9:30. Winner will move on to the state semifinals. We will take a break. We'll be back with our next match in just a few moments. This is CHSAA TV.